Hello guys, welcome to my channel The Less is More. So today we are going to discuss an editorial from Hindu, and it is about the World Trade Organization, which we have discussed before. Okay, so the World Trade Organization is the important institution of the international importance, which decide or the enact the policies on how the international trade should govern. It is not, its decisions are not binding on the member countries, but if everyone respects WTO will respect them, and it would be much more easier for everyone to increase the trade, okay, and enhance the cooperation. So that's why one need a mediator kind of institution. Okay, so let's start the editorial directly. In June 2022, the member countries of the World Trade Organization managed to hammer out a face-saving deal. India played a vital role at the Geneva Ministerial Conference, thereby keeping faith in trade multilateralism alive. So, India played a pivotal role. The Geneva Ministerial Conference, thereby keeping what? Faith in trade multilateralism. An important part was resurrecting the WTO's dispute settlement system, also called WTO's ground jewel, by 2024. Since 2019, the WTO's two-tier DSS remains paralyzed. The appellate body, which is the second tier of the WTO's DSS that hears appeals from WTO panels, is non-functional because the United States single-handedly has blocked the appointment of its members. The appellate body from 1995 to 2019 has upheld the international rule of law by holding powerful countries such as the US and the European Union accountable for international law breaches. However, the appellate body has become a victim of its success. Its one-time supporter, the US, has become its most acerbic critic. Now the clock is ticking, and from the information publicly available, it looks unlikely that the DSL will be in the pink by 2024. The precedent problem. The US reproaches the appellate body for judicial overreach and exceeding its assigned institutional mandate. Thus, it argues that till the time the appellate body's role is defined precisely, it cannot be resurrected. One major problem that the US identifies is that the appellate body, contrary to the next text of the WTO's dispute settlement understanding, has been creating binding precedents through its decisions. It is well established that there is no rule of stare decisis, that is, no rule of precedent in international law. The WTO's DSU also makes this clear in Article 3.2 by stating that the appellate body rulings can neither add nor diminish the rights and obligations of WTO member countries. However, the same article also says the dispute settlement system of the WTO is a central element in providing security and predictability to the multilateral trading system. Thus, it is incumbent on the appellate body to ensure that there is a consistency in the interpretation and application of the WTO agreements without creating a binding precedent. This requires striking a fine balance, precisely what the appellate body has tried to do. It has encouraged the WTO panels to rely on previous interpretation, especially where the issues are the same. Simultaneously, the appellate body has clarified that a departure can be made from the previous rulings and reasoning if there are cogent reasons. The argument that this means that the appellate body is following a system of precedent in the sense it is followed in the common law system is tantamount to vastly overstating the case. as James Bacchus and Simon Lester argue. Moreover, the appellate body is not the only international court that follows its previous decisions. Other international courts, such as the International Court of Justice and the International Tribunal for the Law of the Sea, also follow past decisions unless there are valid reasons not to do so. At any rate, it has been proposed that the WTO member countries can adopt a statement that the appellate body rulings do not create precedents. However, it will not satisfy the US. Dejudicialization of trade multilateralism. The larger game plan of the US seems to be the dejudicialization of trade multilateralism as we know it. The WTO was created in a world that was resplendent with the neoliberal consensus that emerged after the Cold War and the collapse of communism. Ernst Ulrich Petersmannen, an international economic lawyer, argued that in a neoliberal economic system, the invincible hand of market competition should be complemented by the visible hand of the law. The WTO became this visible hand of the law to regulate global trade. This period saw not only the legalization of international relations, states accepting precise international law standards to judge their behavior and delegating this power to judge to international courts, but also its judicialization, the expansion of international courts and tribunals that dominate decision making in place of national actors. This arguably erodes the sovereignty of nations as they lose control over critical decision making. Dejudicialization, as Daniel Abeb and Tom Ginsburg define it, is the reverse phenomenon where countries weaken international courts to take back decision making power. Given the emerging geo-economic challenges posed by a rising China, the UN wants to exercise full power over its trade policies, throwing off the shackles of the appellate body's judicial review. This dejudicialization should not be confused with exerting political oversight over the appellate body to improve its working. While Washington has identified multiple problems with the DSS, it has seldom offered constructive suggestions. On voting, it is a fool's errand to negotiate with the US to put the appellate body back on track. One option that other countries have, as Henry Gao argues, is to elect the appellate body members by resorting to voting at the WTO's General Council meeting. But this will antagonize the US. Are countries willing to go down that road? So, guys, I hope you would be understanding, but I think that rereading again it would be enhance your understanding, but just read casually first time, because you will not understand everything in the first instance and it should not be your target as well, right? So read it a second time, you will gain more perspective. Okay, so even I also don't get everything like in the first reading only. In the second reading you improve much more, in the third reading you gain some better perspective. So but there is no need of rereading again and again the single editorial, because some editorials do not even have any concrete content, and we felt that why there is nothing that I can find out. So do not self doubt yourself. Sometimes the content is also not that much relevant for the UPSC. So I would like that have a faith on yourself that if you can put out any good thing, okay, then you can take it, else let it be. Okay, and this is what the life is also, let it be, go with the flow. So I hope you guys would be understanding, and please comment in the comment section. Okay, the 5 new words that you have find out in this editorial, okay, it will help you in enhancing your vocabulary, enhancing your speaking as well, right? And do use in that real world, I mean in real application. You can talk to yourself looking at the mirror, okay, and apply those new words. So this is the thing which I would like you to do. Even I also do the same, that's why I can give you that advice. So okay, Till then, bye bye, signing off for the day.